Good morning, friends and everyone. This is Stephen. I'm with this morning's 40 Fit Club podcast. Let's exercise a couple of minutes. That we're going to be talking about today is I'm going to eventually do a video on my bicycle. I'm just trying to get the setup, so today we're going to be talking about I want to talk about is my warm-up routine. And I'll eventually do a video sometime this next week showing you guys my warm-up routine for getting on the bike before I go into the gym. Because you actually warm up before I actually warm up to work out. I know it's a double warm-up, but my warm-up routine is I'm going to start off by doing some dynamic stretches. Actually, I'm going to show you that right now. Before I'm going onto my bike, before I start bicycling, I'm going to do some dynamic stretches where I'm actually getting my hips right over there, starting to get those stretches just to kind of warm up the hamstrings a little bit. Just holding up over here and, getting the hips warmed up. Just kind of get yourself loosened up before you go into the bike. Because when you're on the bike, you're out there in the elements. And the elements are cold. So what I do is I'm wearing for my cold weather gear and stuff, I wear my biking jersey. That's my yellow one, but you'll see me in that part. And I just wear my Trek raincoat and biking pants, and of course, my thermal pants over that. That's rain gear. Okay, so let's go over this more. We're going to start the podcast. All right, so we're talking about, I use my e-bike as a cardiovascular routine for warming up, for exercising. I use my e-bike basically when I'm going to the gym, going to run for groceries sometimes too. Because this cardiovascular warm-up does have several benefits. And warm-ups are recommended exercises for optimal results. But there are some common mistakes that everybody makes. So here's some safety tips. Cardiovascular warm-ups increase your heart rate and blood flow in muscles, enhancing oxygen delivery and preparing the body for physical activity. Research shows performing 5 to 10 minutes of a moderate cardio warm-up reduces injury risk, and that improves performance by activating the neuromuscular system. Warm-ups also improve joint mobility and elevate core temperature, which optimizes muscle elasticity. Good effective cardio warm-ups include light jogging, jumping jacks, cycling, brisk walking. Research recommends starting off at low intensity and gradually increasing. Tailoring exercise to the main workout will optimize your readiness. Cycling before an intense bike session, or jogging before running would greatly prime you. Some common mistakes include skipping warm-ups and starting too intensely, or performing static stretches too early. The stretches, you can pull muscle real quick. Don't do those too early. Do those after your workout. Such errors may increase the risk of injury. I like to emphasize for my clients, gradual intensity increasing by listening to the body signals. You avoid fatigue during warm-up and hydration, and wearing appropriate clothing also. Preparation and gear for cold weather rides. And here's some tips for staying safe and comfortable. While the unique benefits of e-biking. Preparation involves layering clothing, insulation, and moisture management while using windproof and waterproof outer layers. Choosing gloves and footwear designed for cold. But you also want to have, and you want to make sure that you're visible. A lot of people forget that part. Riders should monitor weather conditions and adjust the riding speed and grip and keep extremities warm. Using light for visibility during low daylight and planning routes with fewer icy patches. It can be a good thing. Making sure that your battery charge on your bike is great. That's a good idea also. Because since cold weather affects power range and preheating the battery or limiting power assist can help you to sustain performance. Cold weather e-biking offers cardiovascular benefits through moderate aerobic activity and mental health, and improvements from outdoor exposure and low-impact exercise benefits due to electric assist. Some studies suggest cold exposure combined with exercise can boost your metabolism, calorie burn. Additionally, e-biking weather and winter weather encourages consistency, fitness despite seasonal challenges. I like to use dynamic stretches as warm-up. As I showed you guys before, I was doing some movement stretches just to get my hips warmed up for the biking session. Dynamic stretches involve controlled movements, increase muscle temperature, improving power and jump performance, whereas static stretches held for long durations may temporarily reduce muscle force, muscle strength. Studies indicate dynamic stretching before activity does enhance flexibility, readiness, without impairing performance and making it more preferable for warm-ups. Examples include leg swings, arm circles, walking lunges, high knees, and hip openers. These movements target muscle groups, and enhanced range of motion can be tailored to the sport or activity. Incorporating 8 to 12 repetitions per movement is typically recommended to prepare your muscles effectively. Dynamic stretches can be included in morning routines, pre-exercise warm-ups, or as breaks during sedentary periods to reduce stiffness. Experts suggest dedicating 5 to 10 minutes daily will help maintain mobility and reduce injury risk, and improve overall functional movement performance, especially for office workers or athletes. And that's the 40 Fit Club podcast for this Tuesday. Today is January 6th. Peace out. Go 40fitclub.fit.